What's up guys, it's me VILKAS. Today for you guys I have a new video. I'm going to be covering all of my favorite offline games. I had a comment in one of my recent videos talking about which games do I prefer when I'm just not online. And I thought the best option for me was going to make a video about it and letting you guys know which video games I like to play when I'm on the road. On my last road trip, actually, I didn't play any video games. I was having a really long talk with my dad. So, yeah. So these are other games I do enjoy playing, if it's on the plane or if it's in between classes or something like that. So, first off, we've got Flappy Bird. It's available on the. Actually, it's not available anywhere anymore, now I think about it. I've just always had it, never deleted it. My record's like 200 or something like that, but in this footage here, I'm obviously not going to go up to 200, so it's not going to waste your time. But it's a really good and addictive little game to spend some time, just waiting, if you're waiting for the doctor's appointment, or have got some time to kill. This is a great game to play, and you always want to beat your own record. So this is a game I definitely recommend. There's a bunch of clones if you do want to try it out. Next up we have Smash Hit. This is a really old game. It's available, I believe, on both iOS and Android. And it's just a straight up it's just like Flappy Bird. You have to try to beat your old record, but you have these steel marbles. They have to toss at glass and break it. If you hit one of the pieces of glass, you lose 10 marbles. And then if you hit a certain type of glass, you get either 3, 5, or 10 more pieces of glass. And if you go on a streak, you get these combo tosses. So for each steel ball that you use, you can toss out 2, 3, 4, or 5 balls depending on your streak. So it's a really fun. It's a lot of fun, and you go up to 10 rounds or something like that. You get up to the 10th level without even purchasing premium. So that's pretty good. This game is really, really difficult if you've never tried it before. So I do really recommend it. There's power-ups, there's different obstacles in the way, of course. You don't want to just keep playing the same one over and over. And what I like about this game is that it's 3D, so, it's not just one of those stupid, basic little free-to-play games. It could be premium if you do decide to buy the premium version, so, you go unlimited, and there's a bunch of different things you can do. So there's different checkpoints, I apologize. So this is Zone 9, and as you can see here, it gets really, really cool. There's different music in the background each level, so it doesn't get annoying. And it's just like different not just different obstacles, but new difficult shoot, I don't even know what word to use, but new difficult little obstacles come up each round as well. Third game up is Infinity Blade 3. I played the crap out of this game, to be honest. It was so much fun, and obviously I'm coming back here after beating the game up to the first part of the game, and we're going to be fighting the dragon that swoops right in. Infinity Blade has had such a huge impact on mobile gaming. They're featured in some of the Apple keynotes where they were revealing the iPhones. I remember the iPhone 4 had the Infinity Blade trailer or feature in there. It was really, really cool. It was a lot of fun, and it's still available on iOS and Android, of course. It is unfortunately not on. It's on iOS. I'm so sorry. It's available on iOS, not on Android. But there are games that really do emulate this game. Gameloft came out with a game very recently that's very similar to Infinity Blade. Unfortunately, we don't know if they're going to be making Chair games or something like that. I think that's the company that makes the games. We don't know if they're going to be making any more Infinity Blades, but this game has had such a huge legacy. So many people still play this game as well. I mean, if you have the newer devices, the game obviously looks way, way better. This was recorded on my iPod Touch 4th generation, so it's really old at that point, but it still looked really good at the time, and I bet now if you have anything newer than that, it's going to just look beautiful. Next up, we've got Shadowgun, just the original, just the campaign. I played this very recently. I hadn't played it before, and it's just a good storyline campaign game, FPS, or third-person shooter, I apologize, with a story. So, if you're interested in shooter games with story, this is one to choose. I'm just going to recommend another one if you are interested in, shooter storyline campaign games. Modern Combat 3 storyline was very good. I've played through that one about 4 or 5 times. It's really, really good. Of course, Madfinger Games has totally capitalized on Shadowgun. They've recently come out with the new Shadowgun Legends game. They've released footage of it. It's still in testing. It's going to be the beta for it's going to be coming out soon. They had Shadowgun Dead Zone, which was the third-person multiplayer game, which is really great, and a lot of people still play that. The community's huge. Community's actually making maps for the game, and Madfinger Games is introducing them as well. So if you're interested in a shooter with a good storyline that'll just waste your time and is difficult, I definitely choose Shadowgun. I think this is a really good choice, and it holds up and still looks really good on modern devices, and there's still a lot of support behind it. So moving on, we are going to cover Radiation Island. This is a game that I was totally hooked on 2 years ago when it originally released. It is multiplayer, but that's only when you beat the 12-hour storyline campaign, which is where you have to go around to like 4 different islands, beat each island. They're very similar. You know, each one is very similar. And then when you beat the whole game, you get to play multiplayer. And that is the reason why the game died out. It is now available on both it's both available on Android and iOS. And the reason I died, I just sort of touched on it a second ago, was because the multiplayer was came after you played the single player, and no one wanted to beat the single player. It took a really long time. It was really repetitive, but I played through it about 3 times, so I spent, you guys can do the math, I spent like 36 hours playing this game. It took forever to beat, but it was so much fun. The crafting in this game is phenomenal. Just the overall gameplay was really good. It was just a really great game. So it was made by Atypical Games. Atypical Games has made Tanks. Infinite Tanks, I believe that's the name of their newest game, and it's using the same engine. This game has also recently gotten an update which allows you to play third person, so I definitely recommend you try out Radiation Island. It is one of the best games I've ever played. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think are really good offline games down in the comment section down below, and hope to see